okay, but you didn't say goodbye. And I consider myself a close friend, the kind of friend you should always call. If you were going away with your girlfriend, that's all. Hey Steve, I'm better at. I'm not trying to send you on a guilt trip. You're not obliged. You have your life. But if I told you when you're gone, I miss you, if you knew that, I'm sure you'd call. So next time, please remember that I'll miss you, that's all. Hey Stephen, just one more thing, please. Don't think for a moment I've got motives. We're just good friends. You and I, the kind of friends no girlfriend could ever compete with. Why her, not me? Why her, not me? When I look at you, I see me. And if you looked at me right, you'd see just where you need to be. Soulmates and deep, pure harmony, our own symphony. All night I bleed, all night I bleed, all night I bleed. Hi, Steve. Yeah, it's been a while. I swear I wrote to you weeks ago, just that I forgot to post it. Well, anyway, I just heard yesterday. So let me shake your hand, you married man, and I'll be on my way. No, I can't stay. Maybe I'll see you around someday. Dear Steve, anyone remember this massive hit from the 90s? No, didn't think so. But that's when I wrote it. It was inspired not by a person, but by a song. There was indeed a Steve in my life when I wrote this song, and yes, I had been besotted with him for some time, but he wasn't the inspiration behind it as such. I used his name, and I certainly used feelings that I had for him in the composition. But what really led me to write the song was hearing another song on the radio one day. This was an Alanis Morissette song. I had her album Jagged Little Pill. I performed a few songs from that, both on piano and in a duo that I sang in, and I remember queuing for tickets to her show one cold morning around 5 a.m. outside the local Maya, 1996, when she came to Australia. Or was it 95? Whatever. Anyway, I was a big fan of her, but I really didn't like the song that I heard on the radio. What it did was name several ex-boyfriends of hers and thank each one for what they had contributed to her life. To me, it sounded a bit like a shopping list set to music, not one of her finer works. But what I was inspired by was the fact that she addressed each of these lucky fellows as dear so-and-so. This was the late 90s when I heard this song, and email was starting to become a thing, but letter writing and sending by snail mail were still very common activities. I was a big letter writer, particularly to the men in my life, because I was able to express my emotions more eloquently on the page than I ever could in person. And I had certainly written Dear Steve, a missive or two. I really loved the idea of writing a letter and putting it to music and performing it, which is what I did. So I'm going to talk about the music behind Dear Steve because it's a little bit unusual for a contemporary song. It doesn't have a chorus and the chords are very repetitive. Dear Steve is a clear-cut emotional journey, and each verse is a different mood, and there is a definite path up to a climax and then a big fall. And I didn't really want to interrupt each verse with a repetitive refrain. It just didn't seem to need it. Similarly, the emotion is all in the lyrics and the melody, so there wasn't really a big requirement for dramatic chord changes. And two, I think it's linked to not having a chorus because this going throughout the song provides a sense of stability and familiarity that a song without a chorus might otherwise lack. When I write a song, I don't set out, for example, I'm going to write this song, it's not going to have a chorus, it's only going to have 2 chords in it. My approach is, and I don't want to sound like a wanker here, but it is organic. I have a notion, I put pen to paper and go for it. And what happens at the end is a happy accident. I certainly don't predetermine the structure of a song, the chord progressions, or even the lyrics too much. Often I'll start writing, I'll have a message in my head, but it turns out to be a completely different message from what I began with. This is how I roll, people. Other songwriters might have a more structured approach, but songwriting is not an essay. There are no rules. There are some tropes and some formats that are very popular and catchy, but you can always go outside those. When I analyse the songs in retrospect, that's when I learn how I do something and why I do it, because generally it all works kind of subconsciously and will come out when you give it a prompt. And if you're not interested in writing and you're here just because you like my content, I love you.